Yeah, thank you. So they can only be one you, whether they like it or not. The only thing is that as a young person, you may not really fight that out like that. You may not tell your parents like that. You may not tell your guardians like that. But that is the reality. So number one, I want that reality to be inculcated in your system. Let that reality be calculated in your system, that they can only be one you. Let them say anything, but the reality in your mind is that there is one me. I cannot be compared to my brother or my sister. That's number one. Number two, graduate to the level of cooperating with them. Cleverly, just tell them I'm doing my best. I will improve. Next time things will be better. If things don't become as better as they want the next time, tell them the next time will come, things will be better. Don't fight back in terms of arguing and saying I cannot be like, they may not really listen to you. But I want you to talk to yourself. Change the inner narrative. Don't be depressed because they you, but you speak to yourself and change dialogue that is happening within your system. Please, particular time, at every particular time, so that you don't get depressed because it happens. Let that reality sink within you. And I want to tell you, you may not get an A, but in the family, and I'm not denying people to get A's. Please get an A if you have the capacity to get so. But I want to tell you, if my family have had smarter people than myself, those who perform, some of them even have done medicine, for example. But myself, I didn't have that kind of brain, but I've grown through I've been to the United States of America, for example. I've spoken in Washington, D.C. What am I be? And I'm not telling you to get a B, get an A if you can. But compared to anybody, even your sibling, that comes that it could have been worse. Whether you're a family that talks you down, it could come off to a 7 school. Better your family that demands results from you and compares you to your sister than the family that marries you off as a teenager. How about that family? How about that family where there is a young girl of 14 years having been defiled by the father? It could have been worse. You are lucky. Hit by circumstances in life. Thank you. Back to you.
Well, thank you so much, Speaker. Yeah, so there is someone who is saying that very true, failing does not make us a failure, but helps us to know the areas we can improve. That is immaculate. So that is wonderful reflection, immaculate. Yeah, but also we have Emily who is saying that failure makes us stronger and realize that there is always another chance in life. Keep moving and do not lose hope. That is a wonderful reflection, Emily, and we hope and pray that we'll be able to still continue reflecting more and more, especially from your sharing. Maybe from also Shelmy, the way Rimo is saying, failure also helps us to gain hope for other chances. Wow.
Yes, Malibu, did I really get that question again?
Not really. It is a comment. It's a reflection of what you're sharing. So I was reading so that others can be able to hear.
Right.
Yeah. So someone showed me this saying that failure also helps us to gain hope for other chances. So yes. Yeah, that's a wonderful reflection. Yeah. So Thank you so much, Shelby. And maybe from every one of us, probably there is anyone that is having maybe a question or even a comment before we get to the tail end of our discussion and our mentorship forum today. maybe I may want to invite us, and so that we can be able to continue. Yeah, so maybe from the floor, so maybe we can hear from any one of us. Yeah, so maybe someone is asking, so Mr. Ruto has spoken about music we listen. So swali yangu ni what should I do when my mentor is a musician and my parent is telling me that they won't help me and I should not focus on them? Yeah, so maybe someone is asking about now music. Yeah, so whereby now the mentor is a musician and the parents are telling them that they won't help, maybe they won't help her. Yeah, so, and I should not focus on music. That if I've gotten that right. Yeah, so maybe maybe you can respond on that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mwalimu. That question is fantastic. I think it helps me also comment something something on talent. I want to say this, that your parent is your support system. And as a young person, you must play carefully, because sometimes we get obsessed with our line of thinking that when I go into music, I want to make it. That is where my money is. That's where my success is. But who said? Who said? In fact, the people have made life from the most unlikely things in their lives. As a matter of fact, if I were you, I would just go to school. Do my music as I go to school. Do my football as I go to school. Do my drawing as I go to school. As a matter of fact, you don't know what will ever happen in life. Who tells you you will maintain your vocal cords throughout life? If you're a runner, if I were you, I would do my studies as I run. Do you know what? I may not maintain my legs throughout my life. I mean, sometimes we take talent too far. And I want to say something about music and talent in general. It favors the smartest. How many people are making money from music in this country? Let's be honest. How many people are making money from running in this country? Let's be honest. How many Rudishas are there? How many Ezekiel Kemboys are there? Yet how many people are in training camps in this country to be runners? But how many teachers are there? Over 400,000 teachers. Elgeyo Marakwet County alone, of over 400 nurses. Say 400 times 4. You are more likely to make a living through education than talent. But do you know what? Don't ignore your talent. Build it along education, because this life is funny. This life is tricky. Don't be tempted to overbelieve in yourself that you think you would go out there, make it through music. I'm telling you, there are so many singers in this country who don't have an opportunity to make a living. There are songs on YouTube, and YouTube are paying them 100 shillings every month because of the views, because of the competition there. Another person releases a song and it's got 10 million views in 2 days. And you wonder how you will start competing with them with your local music that has not even been known in Eldoret. I mean, it's a challenge, I'm telling you. You don't know. You may hit it. But let me tell you, always, that's why the Bible says, plant your seed in the morning, plant also in the afternoon. That is the Bible. Don't gamble with the idea that you want to argue out your parent. Why don't you just do your books and do your music? It never interferes with you. I mentioned something about negative music, and it really happens a lot. Today, our music has been crafted around making it sexy. That you have to swing your behind and make sure that if you are a girl, unafaa ile nguo inaanza too late na inaisha too early, you have exposed yourself so that you get views. It's very unfortunate that our music is getting dirty and dirty every time. And I'm so sorry that that's a direction we are taking. Our music, again, is being centered around things that don't build. Every time you tune to music that will build you. Music that will charge your mind positively. Not music that will make you feel like wanting a girl, not music that will make you feel like you can no longer control your feelings. You have to grab the next man and satisfy your feelings. Don't tune to music that will talk you down. Tune to music that will lift you up. Those are my 2 thoughts around those 2 questions. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you so much, speaker. So someone is asking, I've tried to avoid bad company, but they always look out for me. What can I do? Yeah, so and someone is saying, how can I avoid getting in trouble in school? Yeah, so, and also someone is still asking, how can someone avoid distractions while doing school work? Yeah, so those are some of the few questions. Maybe you can respond to them. They are dealing with the school work and also avoiding trouble. Yeah, so, and also distractions.
Thank you very much. Mwalimu, those are the last 3 questions I will answer. I'm getting into another Zoom meeting at exactly 6 p.m. and I'm seeing I have only 5 minutes to go. So I'll just respond to those 3 questions. One, there's somebody who said, I've tried to look for bad company and they look after you. If they look after you and they find you, you are not serious enough. Because are you ready to perish for their sake? They are looking after you because they don't want you to succeed. People want company when perishing, just the way people want company when they are succeeding. Walk the road alone, but don't walk it alone. Get another company. When you quit another company, join another company, because we are relational beings. How do I get out of trouble in school? Be in the right places at the right time. You know, get out of that bad company. Encourage yourself to do the right thing. Develop a relationship with your teachers. Don't see your teachers as enemies. See them as your destiny connectors. When you are in school environment, please avoid the tendency of wanting to be a populist, because sometimes you can be a celeb by being in the wrong. Avoid attention. The moment success comes to you, automatically attention will come to you. But sometimes if you are unattending yourself into trouble. There are many young people who enjoy being in trouble because of how it gets them into the environment of being celebrated. Please quit the... Thank you very much, and may God bless you. I wish I would stay longer, but now I have only 4 minutes to get into another Zoom meeting. I really appreciate. I think we need another meeting like this, Mwalimu, to talk more. Please follow me on Facebook. Limo Ruto, INC. There. One-on-one, and we can still share. Thank you, and back to you, Mwalimu.
Wow, thank you so much, Ruto and speaker. Thank you so much for those reflections. And I see a lot of reflections from the chat box. So they're really wonderful. And the session has been very informative. We pray that we'll be able to do what you've been able to share with us. And we are looking forward to also get another session for you, and also to have more time also to be able to share and also maybe answer questions, you know. Yeah, so thank you so much. We really appreciate for your sacrifice. What we can say is, may the Lord bless you so much. Just to invite Agnes, who is going to give the vote of thanks. Then I will invite so that we can also be able to allow you to join in the other meeting. Yeah, so I will invite Agnes. We'll appreciate the speaker, and then I will also invite Mr. Nyoka, who is going to give concluding remarks. And I really appreciate for your time. So Agnes, if you can hear me, this is your time. Please, over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Mugambi, for the opportunity. I want to take this opportunity to thank you all, our host, our guest speaker, Mr. Ruto Kilimo. Your talk was very powerful. We're really grateful for the stories that you've told us relating with our daily lives. We're so much grateful. We're also grateful that you've answered the questions that we had. And now I believe we have the required momentum for us, we as students, to get to our desired destination. I'll also like to thank you, our conveners, Mr. Mugambi and Mr. Anyoka. Thank you for the opportunity, the platform. We're so grateful because it was really, really productive. We also hope that we may get that kind of platforms whenever we are in our holidays because they are really, really helpful. Then, to my fellow students, I pray that we may adhere to the advice we've been given as we advise to greater heights of our excellence. Yeah, so then I'd also pray that we do our best. Then for those who have been encouraged, that whenever you feel like you're working and the results are not adding up, continue working. Don't give up. Have hope, positivity, positive attitude, and everything that we've had. I pray that we may all adhere to them. So thank you. I'm Agnes Kimemia from the Tumutumu Girls and our Form 4. Thank you, Mr. Mugambi. Back to you.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Agnes. May the Lord bless you so much. Yeah, so over to you, Mr. Nyoka, so that you can give us the concluding remarks. Yeah, so, and invite someone to conclude for us.
Haitaisha leo.